Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I always get asked to do a come drive with me, but the only thing is with my car, right, the engine is so loud and the car is so bumpy that whenever I try and film or talk in the car, you actually can't hear me. Like, it sounds like I'm genuinely on an aeroplane. So I thought we could do a bit in between. I'm gonna have like a little bit of a drive with me, but we're gonna drive, go get some food, and then I'm gonna bring the food back in the car and do like a little mukbang, just like a catch up, because I haven't done just like a simple Q&A or assumptions video in like ages. I literally can't even think. It's probably been about a year or two since I've done one. So I've asked my questions on Snapchat because I feel like I do everything on Snapchat now, guys. So come join the family and add me on Snapchat. Of course, I'm gonna go to Joe and the Juice. Can't tell if I fancy a spicy tuna or an acai bowl, and I'm thinking acai bowl is a little less it's a bit easier to eat, because the only thing is with mukbang, it's actually so difficult to eat and answer questions, especially if I'm by I actually really didn't think about this. If I'm by myself, there's just going to be moments of silence where I'm just eating. I don't know. Anyways, let's drive to Joe and the Juice. I was going to go to a drive-thru, but there's actually not many drive-thrus around me, near me. So I just thought I'll jump out and get it and then bring it back into the car. Also, I'm really struggling with music to listen to at the moment. There's no songs that I'm really liking at the moment. I did a TikTok yesterday of like my 2024 recap to the song Sweet Life, so I've added that to my liked songs, so we'll see if I like that one. I just like Frank Ocean music. I like Frank Ocean and Tyler the Creator. No, is it Tyler the Creator? Yeah. Anyways.
Sweet life, sweet life. Better landscape when housekeeper you were born. I'm chasing the ghost. I don't know who he is. You're just too good to be true. I wanna hold you so much. I need you, baby.
I can't lie, the only space outside was loading, so I have parked in here, so I'm going to try and be really quick. I've got a spicy tuna, and then I was going to get a matcha, but I actually decided instead to get the sports juice. I think I had that last time, just because it's not as that heavy, if that makes sense. Right, we secured the goods, but I'm going to drive home now because I can't stay here parked. Oh my god, my drink's spilling. Why is it? Oh my god, please stop. Oh my god, my drink. Oh, it's all over my hands. Anyways, as I said, I can't stay parked here, otherwise I'll get a ticket, because obviously this is loading. So I'm going to drive back home and film the rest of this video there. God, that was a stressful 30 seconds. Anyway, oh my god, I actually wanted to die. Basically, I'm parked facing this way, right? And I'm going this way, so I had to like pull out and turn round and obviously hold up cars, right? And I look across from me and there's a girl filming me. Like, that is so embarrassing. I hate doing turns like that anyways, because it's pressure, like holding people up. And then I just got eye contact with this girl and she had her camera out, and I was like, for God's sake. So I literally want to die. That is now on camera, me doing a turnaround. I don't know why I find that so embarrassing, but I think that's so embarrassing. And I also think it's so weird. Why are you filming me? The thing is, people think they're being so subtle, but they're not, and I see them every time. And they'll like have their camera up and they're like this, and you get eye contact and then they quickly put the camera down. I remember one time I was eating, and as I took a bite of a burger, may I add, a burger, I looked across and someone was, I don't know, filming, taking pictures, whatever. If you're watching this, please, if you see me, just ask for a picture. I'll never say no. I was going to film ordering and Joe and the Juice, but I actually get so awkward. So I got this, is the sports juice. Needs a bit of a mix. That is the most horrible noise ever. Yeah, I think I had that last time. It's just a bit more refreshing, because I feel like a matcha, because it's like milk, it can feel quite heavy on your stomach, if that makes sense. But that's more of just a refreshing drink. Anyways, I got a spicy tuna because I haven't got one of these in ages, and I got a acai bowl like the other day, so I thought I'll switch it up. I don't actually know how I'm going to eat this and talk. I might have to edit out the bits where I'm eating, so you'll actually just see the sandwich going down after each question. Anyways, let's see what questions got sent in. Okay, this one says plans on moving out. At the moment, none. The thing is, I always thought when I was younger I will definitely move out at 18, 19. Like, I was just adamant that that is the time I'd move out. But I feel like when I was younger, I thought 18, 19 seemed so old. But now that I am 19, I still feel like a kid. Like, I still feel so young. And I think as well, because all my sisters are younger, I wouldn't want to move out, because I would then like miss them growing up. And the thing is, if I like don't see them for a whole day, or like say if no one's in the whole day, I get so bored. So actually, even if I moved out by myself, I think I'd be round every day because I'd be so bored. But on the flip side, I feel like I really need some more like independence, my own space. Like, this is such a minor thing, but even my room, like, I don't have enough storage for things. Like, it sounds so ridiculous, I really need a wardrobe room, because I clear out my wardrobe probably every couple months, like always the time, and like I'll always throw out like multiple bin bags, not throw out as in charity shop, vintage, giveaway, whatever, and there's still no room in my wardrobe. Like, I think I have too much stuff for the space that I have. And also with things like, if I want to eat healthy, it's really hard because I'm like, I always just rely on like what my mum's making, and if I went and brought my own food, then I feel like it'd either get eaten, my mum then would cook and I'd eat with her, so I wouldn't eat that. Does that make sense? I can't really like have my own routine and my own plan and like meals and stuff. So I feel like in that aspect I really want my own space, but on the other hand, don't want to move out. So hopefully in the next, I don't know, year or two, my family will move out of this house, and we'll get a house with an annex, which would be mine up until I move out, and then Grace would probably move into it, and then eventually it would be like Sophie's home, so that she has that independency. But anyway, that's like besides the point. But then hopefully I'd have my annex, because it would be like I still have my own flat, but I'm still living at home. I feel like that's just like the best solution. I need to actually take a bite of this. Oh my god, and I thought to say I added avocado. They were like, do you want to add avocado? And I thought, do you know what? Why not? I think all I got was just bread. This says, would you go travelling again in a few years? Also, what was your favourite bits about travelling? Let's just start with my favourite bit about travelling was just like the freedom of it, and like that you had no routine. Like, you genuinely would just wake up every day, put a bikini on, and like decide if you're going to the beach or the pool. Like, you just felt really free, if that makes sense. The thing is, it's really difficult because I went travelling with a very high expectation. You know, you see them TikToks where it's like loads of little clips and it's put some music and it just looks like the best time ever. I genuinely thought that every day would be like that, so I feel like I was kind of let down because I went with too high of an expectation. I also feel like they don't show you the travel days. The travel days are like so tiring, and like there was one time when I was doing a travel day by myself because I was leaving a group of my friends to go meet my other friend who was on a different island, and it was like a 7-hour travel day, and it was a boat and then a van and then another boat. So like how it works is you book it on this place called 12go.asia, and for everyone like that's going traveling, honestly my best piece of advice is to not plan anything. Like, have a rough plan of the places you want to go, but only book transport when you're there, because you might decide you want to leave somewhere earlier or stay places longer, and it's so easy to book. Anyways, back to this. So like when you book it on it, it will just tell you like bus, van, bus, whatever the transportation is, and then when you get to each place you kind of have to figure it out while you're there. So bear in mind I was by myself, right? So I get on this boat, I get off the boat, and I'm like sat, and they've given me like, I think they gave me like a sticker, and then this guy pulls up with a van, comes over to me, he's like, are you going to this place? And I was like, no, I'm going here. And he was like, yeah, but you go here first and then you get another place to where you're going. So I was like, okay. So he's like picked up my bag and started walking off, but it just felt really like, I don't know, like I'm like, how do I know you're not a random guy who's just pulled up in a van to kidnap me? So like we get to the van and I look in the car and there's like 2 other men, but they were speaking different language, so they didn't speak English either. Like if I looked in the van and it was like people my age, like, I'd feel so much more comfortable, but it wasn't. So now I'm freaking out even more, because I'm like, where is everyone? Like surely this van should be like full, but it's not, because all the vans we'd got before were like pretty much full with people. So now I'm like freaking out even more. So I'm like, I'm literally questioning him, like, what's your name of your company? And I'm like looking at my ticket, like looking at him, and he's like telling me, and he's like looking at me weirdly, like, and obviously I got to the place safe, but it's just like things like that. Like I then was in that van for I think 3 hours, and the whole time I literally felt like I wanted to throw up, because I was so paranoid, and I'm a paranoid person anyways. So, but don't let that put you off. It is still so good. I don't know necessarily if I'd do Australia again. It didn't completely wow me. Like Thailand and Bali, it was very like exotic and like, do you know what I mean? Whereas Australia kind of felt like America, England, like that sort of vibe. Like I feel like I could do like a family holiday there, but like in terms of traveling, I'd either go back to Bali or Thailand. Wait, this is so weird. How do you feel about bathing without showering after? yeah, that's fine. What? That is such a weird question. What's your goals for next year? I actually did a little vision board. That is my iPad lock screen, you know, just to keep me motivated every day. And some of the things I put on there was, one of them was consistency, but I put it with in between both pictures of like gym, but also work wise, because I don't know what it is. I do this all the time. I'll be in a good routine for a few weeks of like posting or going to the gym and having this really good routine and like a good little cycle going, and then I miss like 1 week or 1 day, whatever it is, of that routine, and it completely throws me off, and then I struggle so much to get back into that routine for another few weeks. So it's just this vicious cycle that I'm always in constantly, of posting for a few weeks, going to the gym for a few weeks, and then not for a few weeks. And also I find it hard because when we go on holiday, so grateful that we're able to go on holiday, but it throws me off of my routine. So when I come back off holiday, I find it so difficult to put myself back into it. At the moment, I'm in a good routine, and I'm hoping that I'm going to keep it for next year. So I'm trying to plan ahead with videos and make sure I have videos that I can post on certain days. I'm just going to be a bit more organised, I think. I've also just realised myself that I can just pick up a camera and vlog, like even if I'm not necessarily doing anything, to just vlog. So that's what I'm going to try and do. What else was on there? Just being like successful. Oh, 1 million subscribers. That is on my goal board. It's a very big stretch because I worked out roughly how many subscribers I get per video. Bear in mind, I don't actually post that much, so it could be more, but, and it basically, I worked out that it'd have to take me like 2 years posting to be able to get to 1 million. So guys, if you're not already, please subscribe, because like 57% of people that watch me aren't subscribed, which I think is crazy. So guys, please subscribe so we can hit 1 million by the end of the year. What else was on there? Just some like ideas I have of like things that I want to do, which I'm not going to say here just because I don't want to jinx anything. Yeah, I just have like a few things on there. I can't even think of anything. Just like, I just put self-love on there, wholesome vibes. So many people are asking me what like my biggest achievement was in 2024, or like your #1 moment. I did a little photo dump yesterday of like some of my favourite moments, so I'm gonna have a look on here and see which one was my favourite. So we got travelling for 3 months, filming with ITV for Britain's Got Talent, bought my dream car, first brand trip which was with PLT, back to Bali, Daewoo and Solskin first brand trip, shoots with Foot Asylum, Maldives, MTV Awards. My personal biggest achievement would probably be buying my dream car, because it's just like a very big achievement, and I was so happy and proud of myself when I brought it. But I also just feel like grateful as well that I've been invited to so many events this year, because I used to say, oh, I never get invited to events, and then this year I feel like going to the Beauty Awards, going to MTV Awards, going to Wicked premiere, like it felt very surreal. And one of my other biggest achievements is, or like something that I was really proud of, is when I saw myself on the Foot Asylum billboard, because my goal on my goal list for 2024 was to be on a billboard, and then I did it for Foot Asylum, so that was like a surreal moment. So I couldn't just pick just one, like I feel like it's just a mixture of all of them. I'm actually really struggling to eat this sandwich, guys, because I can't talk and eat this. Like, it was such a stupid idea. I have really bad eczema and get so insecure about it. Do you have any tips for how to be more confident and not be bothered about it being on show? I feel like this is such a hard one. I always get questions and like people saying that they have eczema, and like I've help them because I post about it so like freely and openly. It's a difficult one because everyone's like different with it. So like with mine, I don't know why, I just never, like, it never really bothered me. I think I just realized that people don't care and people don't notice it as much as you would on yourself. However, recently I have started to become a little bit more insecure of it, which is weird because I never was before. But I think it's because it takes away the pigmentation, which you can't see as much because I'm quite pale. But it just means like when I go on holiday and I get really tanned, it then is like so much more obvious, and I don't like the look of it anymore because I feel like where it's patches, I almost feel like, I don't know, I just want like an even tan. So only recently have I started to feel a bit more insecure of it. Like I don't really wear strappy tops as much because it's on my back and it's on my arms and it's on my neck. So it's really difficult because I'm like, I find it hard to give advice because I went from never caring to now being a bit more insecure of it. But I'm not completely insecure, like I would just prefer to pick something that covers it rather than have it on show. It's so weird because I never cared before. But I have actually booked a dermatologist appointment in the new year. So I'm hoping to get it sorted because I just thought, why haven't I booked one already? I've had eczema since I was a baby, but only in the last 4 years has it just like come and not gone. So hard to give advice about this because it's like, I'm gonna say to you to not worry because you look into it so much more than other people. Like some people wouldn't even take notice, but it's also difficult to say that. The thing that I hate most about eczema, it's not even the look, it's like the feel of it. The fact that like when you're going to bed and you have to put all this eczema cream on and it's so oily and you feel like this going to bed and you've got like long pajamas on and they're sticking to it, or you wake up in the night and you're sweating, so then your eczema starts getting irritated, or like you wake up in the morning, especially because on the back of my neck, like I feel stiff almost and I had to put moisturiser on, but then my hair's getting in my moisturiser. Like, it's actually so stressful having eczema, like it's a nightmare. I feel like I didn't really answer that well, but I don't, it's such a difficult thing to answer. This just says if you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be and why? Personally, I actually don't think I could move away from my family. I don't think I could even move to Manchester because I think that's too far for me. Like I feel like I need to be within, I would even say 45 minutes away from my family would be a push, because I'm so family orientated. We see my nan and granddad all the time, so I feel like living away with them just wouldn't feel normal. But if I had to live anywhere, like if I was forced to live anywhere, like gun to my head, I'd move to Spain, because obviously my dad's side of the family, some of them live there, because it's more of like a second home, which is it's so boring to say because it's like we go there all the time, but because it's a bit more like familiar and comforting, that's what I would choose there. This is another question on moving out, but this just says, are you going to wait until you have a boyfriend to move out? In my head, no. I feel like I'd want to move out and live by myself for a bit, even if I have a boyfriend. Like, I'm saying this now, when I get a boyfriend I probably might want to move in with them straight away and not care about this, but I feel like I'd want to live by myself for a bit just to see what it's like, because if you have a boyfriend, you're with them for the rest of your life, then you've lived with them your whole life and you've never experienced living by yourself. So I feel like I'd want to live by myself, but I don't know, I might not care about that when it actually comes to it, but that's just like in my head at the moment. Honestly, most of these questions are about moving out. How do you manage everything that goes on in your life? Balancing everything is so hard. I'm honestly the worst person at this because I'm so unorganised. Like, I don't really put things, my mum puts everything in a calendar for me, but like I've gotten better at it, but most of the time my mum does it. So I feel like I have no organisation in my life. I'm kind of just like floating free, and when I have like a free day, I'll like book something that I want to do. 3 videos ago I was saying how overwhelmed I was because I'm so bad with balancing things out, and especially because it nears Christmas time, like work, especially on social media, gets so busy because it's like Christmas time, so like there's so many things happening. But I think just having like a day, like when you start to feel overwhelmed, just taking a day to do things that you want to do, and like turning things down that aren't that important. If you've said that you're gonna go out with your friends, but you're thinking actually I just want to have a day by myself, or like an evening by myself for example, then that's okay. Also, something that I need to tell myself, sleeping in is okay. Guys, today I woke up at 12. I woke up at 12 and I woke up and I felt so guilty and like thinking, oh my god, I've wasted the whole day. And then I thought, but it doesn't matter because I didn't have any plans, so what does it actually matter if I've wasted half the day? Why does it matter? And I thought, I'm going to film this video, and then I've even booked boxing later, so I've still got myself a day. So that's what I'm trying to tell myself at the moment, especially because recently I don't know what the hell is going on, but I am struggling to wake up. Like, I wake up every morning feeling like I've been hit by a motherfucking truck. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I possibly might have low iron because I'm just feel tired all the time. Like, I woke up at 12, and the only reason I actually woke up is because I had a jump scare and I saw the time and saw it was 12 o'clock. Another thing that happens, managing your calendar, putting things in your diary. My thing is that when I get really busy, I stop working out, and when I stop working out, I get in my own head because working out just helps me mentally. I just make sure that I pre-book them. I say that I literally booked boxing last minute today. Guys, I'm going to clear this up now because I have got so many questions, and I get it almost every day about Cameron, or how did your date go? I filmed on our DVG Studios video, like a date-in video. The last person we picked won a date with, like, we went on a date. Guys, I'm gonna break it to you now, we didn't go on a date.
That's like common sense, I fear.
I don't have his number. There's nothing there, guys. It was just for the video. There's nothing with Cameron, guys. If you could create a dream collaboration with any artist or brand, who would it be and what would you want to create together? One of my things that I would like die to do would be a Skims collaboration, obviously with Kim Kardashian, because I love Skims, but she only works with like artists really, so that would be like my absolute dream thing ever. Recommendations for a good skincare routine for someone with eczema. At the moment I've been using Epiderm, but this is the important bit. It's not the cream, it's the ointment one, so it's more oily. It's super moisturising. I've been using it at the moment. I also used to only take like lukewarm showers because hot water can dry out your skin. However, it's too cold to be doing that, so I think that's one of the reasons that my skin is suffering, because I've been taking really hot showers. Face wise, just don't use anything fragranced. Like if you use the Weleda skin food and you have eczema, just don't, because it literally brought all my eczema out. I'm trying to think what like good moisturizers there are that aren't fragrance. I don't know, you just have to find things that work for you, like just trying different things out. What's your Sunday reset routine? I was actually going to film this video yesterday it was Sunday. Bear in mind I'm during my period, right? I started recording, I'm filming my intro, I look back at my intro, I literally was like flabbergasted. I thought I cannot post myself looking like that on the internet. I was so pale, my skin has been so bad recently, I don't know what the hell is in the air. I love the winter, but the winter does not love me. And like I had my hair slicked up because it was in a hair mask, and I just thought I literally look like a boiled egg right now, and I can't deal with looking at myself like that. So I ended up not filming. I actually vlogged on my Snapchat instead for the whole day because I can put filters on. But then last night I used Soul Skin tanning drops, and it kind of brought me back to life in my face, and I put a bit of makeup on and thought, okay, I can film today now. But normally I don't care because my skin is normally alright and I don't mind not going out with makeup on, but recently because of my skin it has made me feel so much more insecure. I'm also during my period, so I normally feel ugly the week before my period. God, us girls go through so much. So I will eventually film that video. I don't know, I just need to look better and feel better within myself, because I feel like I'm known for my Sunday reset routine. Like it's all I talk about, it's all I do. I actually have like a Sunday reset routine pretty much every night because I do not go out. And this is another thing, right? This isn't a question, but why is it that when you're someone who doesn't really like drinking, it's like a big deal? Like, oh, you're so boring, oh, just have it fun. Guys, I don't like drinking. This year I have decided to feel comfortable with being okay with not drinking. I don't care if I get called boring, right? When I wake up the next morning and I have anxiety, like even if I didn't do anything embarrassing, I will always have anxiety because I just overthink and I feel this guilt, and for me it's not worth the drink. I'm happy with drinking, but there's a level. Tipsy is fine because I have a good time and then I can wake up the next morning and feel fine. But if I'm getting like drunk, I can't handle it the next day. I'm so anxious and I hate that feeling. So for me it's just not worth it, and I'm just now comfortable with saying I don't care if I get called boring. I know I'm 19 and I act like a granny, but I find more enjoyment of feeling refreshed, being in my bed, watching programs that I like, people that know me playing Block Blast. Like I find enjoyment in that. I would rather go out for a nice dinner. Like don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't want to leave my house. I'd rather go out for a nice dinner. Even drinks after, drinks at dinner, that's fine. I just don't like clubbing. I hate clubbing. I think the music is shit. I think the vibe is dead. Like I don't get any enjoyment out of it. I'm standing there like this. Like I don't think it's fun. Bars and things like that, like me and Ava went to this jazz bar in Manchester. Unfortunately it got shut down, so don't know what the hell where I'm gonna go when I next go up there. But it was like this jazz bar, it had music, we had a table, that everyone has a table. And it's just like you get a 2-hour slot, it's live music, they're playing like R&B music. Like I had the best time there, and I love things like that. Even like dinners where you can get up and dance after, I love things like that. I just don't like actually clubbing, and I don't like going to like even like a Simmons bar. I find it, I don't know, it's just a bit dead. I'd rather go to the Ivy Asia, and that's fine. Women with taste that. And if you're someone that's like me, then I'm just letting you know now that that is fine. You don't have to like clubbing, and don't let people make you feel bad about it, because it's fine. It's fine. We don't have to like drinking and clubbing. But answer my last question, because I feel like I've been talking for so long. I haven't even eaten my sandwich. It's just staring there looking at me, and I really want to eat that sandwich right now. Anyways, last question. Do you ever wish you weren't the older sibling? I also got another one that was like, do you like being an older sibling? When I was younger, I hated being the older sibling. I used to beg my mum to adopt someone that was older than me, just because older siblings will understand this. Like, it's just like growing up, it's almost like you have so much responsibility and the blame always gets put on you, and like I feel like that quite a lot. I always used to say that Grace was the favourite because she was younger than me. If we had an argument, I would get in more trouble because it's like, you're older, you should understand. But things like that. So when I was growing up, I hated it. Now that I'm older and I've got 4 younger sisters, I love it because I get to watch them grow up, and I can really like appreciate it now. I feel like it's really special being an older sister, because like you have these little people that just really look up to you. So I like it now. I didn't used to like it. I also was something I want to talk about quick. I always see it on TikTok and I understand myself a bit more now. I cannot take constructive criticism, and I always just thought, why do I get so defensive when someone tries to give me like constructive criticism? Like, it's not that deep. And then I saw this TikTok that was saying like it's a normal thing for older siblings to not be able to take it well, and I thought that just makes so much sense. Like, I can never take it. Like, even in work, like the other day my dad just said something about my issue, and he was like your thumbnails aren't great, and I got so defensive, even though he was trying to help me. He was trying to help me, and I got so defensive, and I was then arguing back, and I do want his help, but I'm now too far in that I'm pissed off at him because I'm like, how dare you come at me and say that my thumbnails are shit. Like, even right on Christmas Day, we were playing a game and you read a dad joke and it's about laughing, right, and everyone's like, oh, you're not very good at reading that, you just read that joke so wrong. And I go, well, you read the joke then, you read the joke, go on, let's see how you read it. And I'm like, why do I get so like this? And apparently it's just an older sister thing. So older sisters unite, we cannot take constructive criticism. I also can't say that word at all. Okay, I'm going to answer this quickly because I feel like I've talked about things like this a lot today. So what's something you do to make yourself feel better? Obviously I feel like I've spoke a lot about not being insecure about things or feeling down about things, so this can be like a little positive to end the video. Something I do to make myself feel better. So the kind of day that I really like, the reason I like a Sunday is because I might go to the gym, because I feel like when you go to the gym and you just put your headphones on and like you're working out, it kind of just like clears your head a bit and you feel like you're not overthinking about things and things like that. So I quite like doing that. I also like having like a little bit of self-care evening, showering, doing a face mask, like watching my iPad. I love my iPad, me and my iPad till the day we die, things like that. Like even yesterday when I was really not feeling myself, I went to the gym, I came home, I had like a shower, washed my hair, and I put the Soul Skin tan drops on because it brought me back to life. Like little things like that, like that might make you feel better. Like if there's something that you don't like, if it's something that you can just change overnight, then doing that thing, like just tanning, or I didn't want my hair slicked back so I washed it. Like I really like going to the cinema, so that sometimes like I'll go out with my friends to the cinema. Sometimes just getting in bed early and like having your candles on in your room, just like really relaxing and just like taking time to wind down. I feel like things like that can help. I've gotten a bit better now. Like when I used to be during my period, and I don't know why I get it every single time. I genuinely hate everything. Like I always feel so ugly when I'm during my period. I've kind of started accepting it now that okay, it's just my period. When this time has passed, like I won't think about it. So I just try not to be overthinking things. I don't know, I feel like I just went on a bit of a ramble. Whatever makes you happy, just do that. If that's going for a run, going to the gym, going for a walk, or simply sitting in bed and rotting, do that. It's okay just to do nothing as well. That's what we need to remember. If you want to just sit in bed, eat shit all day and watch shit all day, then do that. We need to take care of ourselves sometimes, guys. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I can't believe that sandwich I haven't even touched. Well, I haven't had like 2 bites. But I really didn't think about how hard it is to do a mukbang when I'm the only person talking. Like, do you know what I mean? If you're filming with other people, it's fine because when they're talking, you can be eating. But when it's just you, you actually can't do it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to do any more of these in the future, if there's any questions that you think I didn't answer that you want to ask, then ask me. And also follow me on Snapchat, because when I post questions in the future, then you guys can get involved. And yeah, thank you guys for chatting with me. Bye.